Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the StarLadder Minor Closed Qualifiers for the MENA region. I'm the Eternal J, joining me on StarLadder 3, or StarLadder CS-EN 3. Our tertiary stream for the day, where we've got Ramadanpeek versus NASR as our matchup, our second matchup in the upper bracket stage. Of course, if you're just joining us from earlier, you'll know that the NOM gaming side beat out Italy. 2-0 was the score in that particular series. A pretty, not dominating one for NOM gaming, and two very, very close maps. Almost a comeback on the part of Italy on the second one of Inferno. 16-14 was that scoreline. And Inferno will be our starting match for this best of three between Ramadanpeek and NASR. NASR, obviously, a very well-known team. A core of United Arab Emirates players, alongside some Indian and Syrian players as well. And the Ramadanpeek side also consisted of mostly like mixed sort of countries right here, like a lot of different nations, kind of representing all of the Middle East sort of region, I guess you could say. I think most people do expect NASR to be the victors in this particular series. I'm not really sure what to expect out of Ramadanpeek. Again, I'm not too familiar with these sides, but I do know roughly what they've been able to do on the NASR side. They are losing a player early on, though, so might be a couple of technical issues going on that team side to kick things off. Obviously, Inferno as our starting map. It was picked by Ramadanpeek, so that's something that you have to consider as well. I mean, NASR have got a lot of experience on Inferno in the last few months. They have had a number of big victories against some of the teams in the Asian region in general. Boot Dreamscape lost out to them 16-14. Also had a match against Denial at the WESG World Finals and beat Valiant, so we're also a very reputable European team. So Ramadan's side might have a couple of problems with this, but they themselves have also beat out some of the massive teams in the open qualifiers for this minor. Very T-side base as well for the Ramadan side, and NASR also the same could be said for them. Total of 62% of rounds won on the T side compared to the CT split. Smoke Flash HE to kick things off for Havoc and Breaker for the NASR side as they go into their defaults on the pistol round. No defuse kit for the CT side, Ramadanpeek. Straight up Angels with the USPs and P2Ks, and they will put a little bit of utility down range early on. Actually, that looked like it was actually nades coming in from the T side that bounced off Brokeable, actually, now that I think about it, because they couldn't have afforded the Kevlar and the nades on all 5 players, so maybe a bit of a misplay there from the NASR side. Suffering a little bit early on in this game. But no kills, no frags, nothing of any sort of particular note gain. No positional advantage, just damage done to those 2 players, and Havoc and KitKat. As NASR continue to face forward here in the apartments. Going to put those smokes out and flashbangs over into the B bomb site. Sell them on the idea of a B hit and rotate that 4th player back over to the B site, leaving it all on to a man towards Pit. Spotted out by Kazoo. Quick shot to the head, takes him down, opens up the plant to come through. Meanwhile, the CTs are suppressed back over on the bomb site. They will get a picks back on the Ts. A 4-on-3 as one trade will come through. A lot of work to be done here for the retake, though. No defuse kit again for Ramadanpeek. As taps on taps come in from Joker. And Breaker on a backstab will be ready for 2 players here at quad. Line them up, headshots taken. Easy as that, and Joker last man standing. No way he's going to make this happen. And indeed, he will go falling. 4 players alive for NASR, and a very, very good recovery off the back of that round. Another pause going to come through for the NASR side. Still technical issues kind of plaguing them. I'm going to assume they're internet problems. I don't really have any information to the contrary. I don't have any information to support that either. So I mean, I'm just speculating at this point. But NASR obviously saw them a little bit earlier after that knife round, had a quick disconnection. take their sweet time with this one and we can get right back into the matchup. Here we go. But yes, confident start from NASR again. Very nice fake style into the B bomb site using the utility. No one really commits 2 smokes to a bomb site and then doesn't commit to that bomb site. So it was actually a really well played round from NASR in the execute. The fake execute that caught Ramadanpeek completely off guard. Eco round will have to come through for the CT side as a result. 2 Deagles, 2 PT50s, a P2K and a USP here. And a quick rush from NASR with the MAC-10 leading the charge on KitKat. Nades and smokes in. Citra gonna rotate up and support the CT defensive, but he's in no position to do so out here. MAC-10's inland, KitKat. His way up, call for Breaker to kick things off. Let's see if the MAC-10 Friars can come in, see if they can get the money farmed up here for the CT, sorry, for the T side, excuse me. The stack on towards the A bomb site is all that remains now for Ramadanpeek though, so there should be a bomb plant coming through. 3 players up on the B bomb site, clearing out all the angles, making sure the bomb is safe, and Nami should pick that up and go right back over. Easy round for NASR, as expected on the eco, so pretty by the numbers Counter-Strike, all things considered. Ramadanpeek mostly going in for the rifle round of the next one, so simple enough affair for NASR to gain that 2-0. Don't want to lose these rifles, so they're not going to go overly aggressive on the hunting. They will leave Havoc back over in the apartments. He's got a MAC-10, so it's not too much of an issue if he drops it. The SMGs are what's taking the faces out here towards contact. KitKat, USP recovered. Second player around the corner. There you go. Senna going to go falling. 7 HP left for KitKat though. I don't think he can take another face up here. 7 points of health and will fall back. Ooh, Breaker will get taken out though. That's 1 SMG falling. Not too much of an issue because it is just an SMG. Kazoo will also take contact and try to see if he can take one of these players down. Havoc and Kazoo do get those kills and eventually clean up the last 2 players of the CT side. So taking their time with that hunt, but NASR, the time spent is well received. AKs, AWPs, M4s coming in across the entire board. Of course, force investment for Ramadanpeek with the rifles coming in. Oh, first man out for Joker. It is glass cannon. It is exploitable, but the tight angle is not going to do him much. Nami's so ready, and the spray is good to shut down the aim punch. The AWP shot couldn't come through accurately. And the first kill will once again favor NASR in the early part of this round. Potential on 2 players back here on the balcony and in the pit position. Zarkus does take out Breaker, getting his kill on the board. 4 versus 4, damage being done to both sides with the double face around the corner. Oh, Zata could not take out Kazoo. He's so low. Nami will go falling eventually, and Zata will get traded back by Havoc. Got some sort of pit control, but a 3 versus 2 scenario, and rifles all across the board for Ramadanpeek. 1 MAC-10 for Havoc is not ideal in this situation, and now with Kanku moving into the boiler position into the apartments. Start to get awkward here. Bracket in the CT side. KitKat moves up. Arku's around this corner. Does Brown take the bomb planter down. Now Havoc going to get executed on from the apartments itself, and Kanku will make good on his backstab. Again, bracketing in that T side to get the first on the ball for Ramadanpeek. Good defensive again. NASR with an opening strike, but in the end, the defensive towards short was a little bit too good to handle. Of course, full investment coming through from Ramadanpeek versus NASR as well, with a bit of a forced investment. 2 SMGs still out alongside the most of the AKs that they've bought down here. So in theory, it is Ramadanpeek by advantage, but NASR do have those AKs, and the firepower can hurt against the head Kevlar. All 5 players with head Kevlar as well for the CT side. And NASR will set themselves up towards A, most exploitable bomb site by far and away. Ramadanpeek very quick on our rotations towards that B bomb site. 45 seconds left. The third player is going to rotate to join Joker and Co. Natra will be the first man to take point here on the pit position. 30 seconds. Molotovs push in, try and force out angles. Joker will look for the first man in the apartments. They'll spot him on the bomb site and try to see if they can pressure him down. But it's not over time. With his kills coming through, the T side are getting more and more passive. Kazoo around this corner going to be looking for this frag, and he will be able to get it. And the last man in pit is what they have to deal with, and they will be able to get control of A. Bomb plant will come through. 2 versus 4. Planning for the back of the site as well. Open for the back of the site, not quite in the back corner. But regardless of where they plant it, it's not going to be much for Ramadanpeek because they are not going for the retake. M4s, no money. Lost bonus obviously will be shut back down for Ramadanpeek as a result of this. $1,900 entering the bank accounts is not enough with their current economy state for a buy. Maybe for Kantanku to go for a force up, but I doubt he'll be dropping any rifles. I doubt he'll be dropping any weapons at all, in fact. I expect this to be, at best, a half buy and eco around the CT line. However, getting a bit aggressive, I'm going to try and take that M4 out of play, but he does end up falling back into the explosion anyway, so that's the main disadvantage of planting at the back of the bomb site. Usually you plant there when you want to go for the save in the Doja corner. But aggressing to find an M4 and losing his life as a result. It's not amazing for NASR, but not a bad thing either. I mean, they're going to have the economy anyway. Meanwhile, Ramadanpeek going to go in for the force investment this time. A third M4 brought up, 2 CZs in play. Trying to force the issue away from NASR. Only 1 defender of the B bomb site as well. I imagine if Senna went down, then this would end up being a very easy take for the NASR side, and no real rotations will come through from Ramadanpeek if he ends up going down. It all kind of rests on him, I think. The second player will join the fray in Arcus. And 2 towards the apartments will try and aggress down the T side line, try and get some information out. But Havoc will be there to spot them. Spray knows that there's one on the apps as well, and will take him down. Keeping them suppressed. 1 CZ out of play. Second man to face will be the M4 as Arcus is taken out. So the Lurk play is certainly going to do its damage to the CT line. They will show up some resistance back on the B bomb site. But meanwhile, Joker's last man standing in the apps area. And the Glock might just about be enough to take him out. Havoc down to 19 HP, as is Joker. So both players are even standing. But now the CTs move in and bracket him in via the boiler area. 13 points of health burning alive. The spray from Kazoo will finally finish the job that Havoc started. And Cena is going to be saving this M4. It's funny too, he was initially the player that I was like, okay, he's probably going to go down at this stage, but no. It's the one man that stays alive. But Deagle's out here for Ramadanpeek. AK in on Senior, the only thing that they have going for them at this stage. Obviously, these upgraded pistols can do some amount of damage for the CT side, but NASR, of course, with their AK-47s and not a lot of Kevlar kicking around for the defensive line, means that there's probably going to be another NASR round at 5-1, looking very confident early on in this one, but it's not like it's overly aggressive. It's not like they're going to be pushing so far forward and just like, right, let's just decimate their opposing force. No. It's a bit more careful than that, and honestly, I kind of like that, to be honest. The Eagles in, finally. A kill for the CT side, an opening frag as well in this round. Now traded back at least by Havoc. 4-on-4 scenario. The Eagles will be out for Joker, ready to face around the corner for Breakout. Catches vision, but does not take him down. Arku's also ready from the same angle, and he'll be playing bait the force in the rotation, because look at where the T-side players are actually going. Rotations back out and mid. Info not called in for Ramadanpeek. Cena is still the man to try and defend it with the AK-47. It is the best chance of it, but against two players it will be difficult. He can't isolate the 1v1 against Kit Kat, therefore he does go down. Bomb plant now back to the back corner of Coffins. And a 3v4 retake. They will throw themselves at this because it is a deco, and they will get a kill out for it, but Kanku not ready for the man around the corner in Kit Kat. And Joker and Arku's facing up, next to face around the corner will fall all the same. 3 kills for Kit Kat, on for the 4th. Actually taps his way onto victory right there and almost takes the kill. But no, Arku stays alive. And next to fall back into the A-bomb site. Obviously, head Kevlar probably more valuable at this stage than throwing it away. The Eagle might be able to get another frag back. Indeed it does. So 3 players falling. Economy limited for NASR. And further Russians coming through. Havoc is so ready for Arku around this corner. But no, the AK gets picked up and he gets a 4th frag for his team. That's a lot of damage done to NASR. Of course, rebuying from Ramadanpeek could do some damage, could get themselves a bit of an advantage here. Trying to equalise against the NASR scoreline. 4 rounds separate the CTs and the T side. As T side continues to go towards the A site, flashes in, don't catch Joker, but the AWP will be smoked up eventually. He still takes a kill. No scope does not land to anyone else. And smokes up, looks for a bit more out at the stack corner. Havoc ready for a backstab and will catch Arku's in rotation. So 4-on-4 as the bomb goes down. Still 1 CT close. The second one going to rotate out to the apartments. And Breaker's not ready for the move forward. He gets himself 2 frags on for the triple potentially. They know where the T-side players are at. 1 on bomb site. 1 still out towards short. And the gun barrel not spotted by the AWP. That could be massive. Havoc will take down Joker. But Kantanku comes back in. And it will be a 3K for Zatra to push them further in the CT half. Ramadanpeek with their 2nd on the board. 3 kills from the man in the back. Couldn't quite deal with him, especially in the apartments area where they just had no idea he was coming in from. No one checking it for NASR. Bit of a mistake that will cost them here. But further investments allowed for the T side. Just about. I mean, they've got a lot of money. This will be the last time they can buy here. Good headshot from Breaker to kick things off against Kanku. First man down from Ramadanpeek. There is Booster in Senate. Will fall back. T-Sec in the mid phase. 3 players up here. Zatra on the balcony area. We'll look in. We'll try and catch vision onto somebody here. But actually bumps back onto the very edge of the railing here, the balconies. Nade perfectly placed to do damage on 2. It does it onto 4 instead. M4 forced out. Molotovs coming through. Still 1 man on the bomb site as Arku gets 1 second kill coming in for the man in pit. He holds the position so well. 1 kill to his name. Damage to his credit, but he does get taken out in the end by KitKat. Leaving Joker and Celia back for a 2 versus 3 retake. Orb is close, trying to get shots onto the man in Graveyard, but KitKat stays alive. And Nami and Kazoo hold the crossfire towards long and short. Careful placement, careful play, and Ramadanpeek might go for the save. Indeed, they will. Orb backing off, M4 looking for the exits, but they're getting all the information now. They can hear it all. Ramadanpeek try and get started here on CT side, but in the end, their defensive just doesn't always hold. I mean, confident stuff is coming in from a couple of players. Arcus and Satra in particular, I think, are doing a really good job of what they're doing, but the T-side aggression is too much for them to handle. So we go up 6-2 on the board for NASR and Ramadanpeek. M4's AWP in Mag 7 for Zatra. Orp and AK's out for NASR. 10 frags on the board for Havoc. He's certainly doing the damage for his team. Keep your eyes on him and watch and learn. Kanku will take her first contact out to Banana. Molotov's in to stop the rush coming through from NASR, which will be successful. I mean, NASR, I don't think they were going for it anyway, regardless. Joker and Arcus trading weapons to the Orb, trying to take first face out towards the middle area. Doesn't get a kill for his trouble. Good spawn and just gets passed right back to the main Orb of the CT side. Oh, and Kankus spotted. Breaker deals with him. 1 man left on the B-bomb site, back over at Cubby Corner. Nades in against him, will do damage. They will face around the corner with the flashbang. It's completely blind. Senior does get the kill regardless, though. Reface back in from Breaker, another 1v1. Isolated, and the headshot flick comes through. He's allowed to escape. Man advantage game by Ramadanpeek as NASR did start things off on the right foot. But not facing aggressively enough, not losing out the trades. And now 35 seconds remain. CT trying to make their way into the B-bomb site. 1 more trying to prod back over on the A-bomb site for the T side. He's got to rotate and pick up that bomb because now the T side are falling and he might be out of luck today. Kazoo losing the T-side force on the B-site offensive. 15 seconds. If he had a direct line to the bomb site, I would see this plant coming through and a possibility, but the fact he's in a 1 versus 4 and doesn't have that direct line. Right, we're looking to save here in Banana. Keep that rifle held up as Ramadanpeek are once again going to put damage on the board against NASR. And Kazoo getting aggressed in the backlines will get that headshot on Zatra. And the third will come through for the Ramadanpeek side. This time NASR going to concede on the buy-ups here. The pistols will be out. Dingles, P250, CZs, 1 AK for Kazoo. Breaker spammed his way on through the mid position, trying to catch off Joker, but Joker's not going to concede his life. He does get the info of the majority T-side presence here in mid. Don't think he saw the bomb yet. I think that was in second mid at the time of his peak. NASR still looking to strike here on the half-buys. Arku's in Cubby of his own right. 3 players crossing. He lines up the sprays on all of them, but doesn't get the third kill. KitKat trying to try and bag. And now an AUG rests in play. KitKat will get traded. Kazoo comes back in. He's in a 1 versus 4. He's got himself 2. Bomb drop back towards Arch, though, and 1 player extremely low could be the opportunity that Kazoo needs. Joker playing carefully up on towards the long position. Will spot as soon as Kazoo peeks. This will be a flick and a second kill for the AWPer of the CT side. As 4 goes on the board for Ramadanpeek. Team-side players making their way straight up into quick frags against the mid-face. A lot of aggression coming in from Ramadanpeek, and NASR are able to deal with it. 5-on-3 scenario. Apartments control coming in from Arcus. Will he be ready for Havoc? Yes, he will, and he will get that frag. So 4-on-3 situation. Favor to the T's once again. 1 UMP on Nami. Could trade back out to one of the drop weapons of the CT forces, but meanwhile, they're going to face into Arcus, who goes straight into the mid-face. AWP recovered as Kazoo trades it back to 2v2. Man advantage disappears for NASR. A great aggressive force shut down by the T side, and a great advantage gained by them, but no more. Arcus with all 3 kills of the CT side in this round. And now they look for a bit more. Two players here on the A site on the library position for Cena. No, he's going to go rotate back towards the B-bomb site, and that's a big mistake. It all rests on Kanku. AK in hands, and they don't check it. He doesn't check his side, he doesn't check his flank. Sprays on. Breaker takes him down. Cena being the last man remaining. For facing, trying to see if he can find one of these players, but first amount of blood splatters will not get you kills. Breaker will finish off the job with 2 kills to his name and a 7th on the board for the NASR side. Eagles in eco for Ramadanpeek. Bomb dropped outside of the T-spawn. Nami will strike first with the first kill out to the A bomb site. Eagle for Arcus. Will try to see if he can find anything, but nothing really gets spotted. Sprays come through. He does get pushed off angle twice. And Cena should be spotted. Also sprayed up by Breaker. To a second kill, gets the wallbang headshot, and an open B bomb site will come through. Pretty standard eco again. And Joker facing, not ready for Havoc. And Kanku, the last man standing here for the CT side. A 1 versus 5. They hear him coming. Taking contact against Kit Kat, but Breaker there with a swing out wide. Takes the half advantage for NASR on the T side. Now what do Ramadanpeek do? Orb out for Joker, glass cannon once again for Ramadanpeek. M4 for Mars, 2 SMGs and 5 AK-47s for the T side as standard. And look at the aggression coming in towards Banana, completely uncontested by the CT side. Nades in, damage done to Nami, landing pretty perfectly by Kanku. Zatra's there for the smoke down to try and keep them at bay in case they do want to commit towards A, but for the moment being, going to be pretty passive from NASR, other than this B-bomb site play, which looks to actually be the play, so I mean, not so passive at all. Molotov's going to get set up, and NASR actually going to commit to this. Taps on taps towards Joker in the back of Dog. The AWP with a lot of work to be done. Eventually will get taken out by Breaker, and the blind spray Kazoo gets down, seen it. And the bomb plant will come through to 5 versus 3. Ramadanpeek, I'm not even going to bother with this retake. They've got to save their weapons because they've got no money. They've got no chance at this B site. Okay, we'll be close against 1 exit frag, but the SMG does fall. So losing that AWP as well for Ramadanpeek, so it's not the ideal situation here in round 13. One trade does come back, is that something? Ark is nowhere near getting that rifle picked up, so it's just damage done to NASR and Ramadanpeek. SMG and M4 to save it to the next round. Do they eco to buy into the last one of the half? Looks like they do. PT50's on 2, Deagle out for the 3rd. And this probably leaves NASR in with a 10th. Ramadanpeek playing the default style with the M4 played out towards the B bomb site. I mean, rather than going for the stacking, which probably would have been the best decision, I think, to save that Kevlar, to save the M4 in particular, and then keep one keep a hold of a little bit of investment going into that last round buy. No, NASR might be allowed easy pickings on a very weakened CT line. It's been out in default, a 3-2 split. 2 players out towards the pit position. SMG, we're taking point here on short defensives. M4 back at the B bomb site. Arcus does get down 1 player. The flashbangs come over, the P250 spams his way through. Nami with the AWP. Not giving up his information, not getting spotted out, not taking a kill either though. Be ready for Cena though, flashing in. And there you go, around that corner, 1 frag to his name. Knows that there's another man on the bomb site. They're going to line up for the SMG though, damage being done. He takes down 1 as trades come back for Breaker and Nami, finally dismantling the A bomb site. A bit more resistance than I was expecting there from Ramadanpeek. Now the last man remaining has an M4. Gonna go for the retake? Surely he wouldn't. Zatra's got to think better of this. I mean, the M4 will be more valuable in the next round. It's not going to get a retake together in a 1 versus 3. He's got to isolate these 1v1s. There's an AWP in play. AKs for the single shot, headshots, obviously. We'll get Havoc at least. AK picked up. Exit frag being taken, but that's as far as it goes. The last round of the first half for NASR. 10-4 so far in this one. They are looking very, very confident indeed. M4s dropping AUGs, AWP picked up the AK, still in play for Zatra. Currently the 2nd top performer on his team's board. It's Arcus, the top fragger at 13 frags though, nothing compared to Breaker's 14. Only 1 round of, only 1 fragger difference, so I guess it's a little bit too compared. Oh, but first frag coming in for Kazoo in this round. We'll try to see if we can catch up to his fragging teammates. Havoc, however, strikes back and takes 2 players out very quickly, getting himself back up to 13 of his own right. 2 players remaining for Ramadanpeek. And NASR around in this corner. Kazoo actually thinks better of it, and wants the Kanku to come to him and gets that kill much more easily. Now takes library control up against Cena in a 1 versus 5. Dink down will leave him with no chance at this round. We'll have to go for the retake because he has no choice. In the end, the shot from Nami will finish off the job. 11-4 for NASR. A very, very confident performance, if I do say so myself, so far in this one. Seven rounds on the deficit. First on through towards the pistol. The CT's taking first contact out towards the mid-aggression. It is a 2-for-1 trade from Ramadanpeek, but Nami takes it right back on the player, peeking in from the 2nd mid position. 3v3 and damage done to Breaker and Joker, so we stand at roughly evens here on the HP advantage. Kazoo, however, the only man on the B-bomb site defensive, and the Glock spam their way on through. He does do damage onto Kanku, but he gets the frag anyway. So Nami and Breaker, smoke defused for Breaker, 18 points of HP. Nami's got to do the heavy lifting. NASR slowly peek forward. Nami spotted. Cena, 2 quick frags. 3 in the round for him. And 11-5. NASR still in the lead here. It's a good scout from Joker. It takes Havoc to begin here for Ramadanpeek. Right back to Arcus though, taking the AK as the brunt of the offensive line. Ooh, the nade from Breaker, however, deals with that scout. Seen it pushing into the apartments. Nami will get caught off. One man left standing on the A bomb site defense. CZ here. Kanku will get spotted, sprayed. Not quite taking out the second in scene here, but he's brought a chance for his teammates here on the force buy. Will they go for the retake? No defuse kit in on the NASR side. They've got double flash and smoke, so they actually got enough to go for, I was going to say, a pretty decent retake. But with one of those players taken out, KitKat might want to think better of this. Facing around the corner, 2 kills for Joker up to 3. And spots him, sprays, takes him down. Not even eco for NASR in this one. 7 on the board should be coming through for the T side. Boost up eco stacking towards long and short though, so that might be a bit of a crossfire set up by NASR. Depends on whether Ramadanpeek want to go towards A site though. B site might be the play. And Kazoo Smoke, last man left standing here, obviously only man left standing here on the B bomb site. Gets instantly cut off by a blind spray from Arcus. Joker, triple man spray down, only gets it on towards 2, damage up to Nami, however it should be traded back by his teammates. Second mid, nice and easy there from Ramadanpeek. Getting full eco for NASR, they're looking for the rifle round. The rifle round is what they will get here. Orb coming in for Nami, AUG's on 2. Kazoo going to consider what he wants to buy. Goes for the M4 for the full set of utility rather than the AUG without. Orb for Joker. 3 players up through the second mid position, defaulting out to the apartments. Orb shots don't land blind. Nami, however, oh, great face on the boost, and Joker wasn't ready for it. First kill coming in for the CT side. NASR drop the big green gun temporarily. Kanku going to drop his rifle and pick the Orb back up. Marcus could rotate back over and pick up the drop rifle as well, but great nades in on Arcus. NASR trying to respond in kind with damage, but no kills on the board other than the opener. 60 seconds remaining. As Arcus moves down into the short position, great flashes over, will try and blind him off, and Breaker will get tagged up for his trouble. They've gained short control, and we're waiting a little bit more utility for the CT side, but other than that, not a lot of anything following up from NASR will come through. 5-on-4 situation. Kit Kat and Kazoo, the last two players standing here on the B-bomb site. Smokes up, will try and stop them from getting forward. Kanku first face it, Kazoo spots him out. Blind flashbang from Senye. Kazoo gets a secondary kill, it will leave it all to Senye and Arku, the last two players left. Kit Kat spotting the spray with the AK. The bomb dropped out towards Crossbow in 13 seconds. NASR, all they have to do is crossfire, line up for Breaker, and he deals the damage on both the final players. NASR. Reinvestment here for Ramadanpeek and for NASR for that matter. $650 at maximum on the richest players by either side. $750 actually for Senior, so maybe a little bit more, but regardless, it's only in the hundreds. Nowhere near $1,000 for any player, so. $60 seconds left. It's very passive so far for Ramadanpeek. Realising they've got one man down on a pistol versus the full automatic weapons and AWP of the CT side. And that AWP will strike Fanami. Finally finding a face into Banana. Dealing with the first of Arkus. Opening frag found. Looking in for a bit more. Two players around this corner. He connects the shot on the second. Peeks back in for the third. But Breaker's got his back. And he gets two of his own right. Kanku, last man standing, 1v5, and the SMG is what wins out the fight and wins out the round for the CT side. Can't grab any of the other AKs have for the CT, so not a lot of recover weapons, but doesn't matter too much. They've got the 4x, they've got the AUGs, they've got the M4. Eco for the T side will have to concede 14 to NASR. Nades in against them. Breaker handling himself extremely well with the smokes. Flashes the Molotovs out towards that mid face. Secondary Molotov as well down as to try and keep the T side players away. We're going to reface this as well. This could be damaging for Senye. Further utility pressure coming through from the NASR side. Breaker peeks in, takes that one man down finally. Finishing the job he started, flashbang in the face forward, gets a second kill and drops that bomb straight up top mid. Because we'll recover it at the very least, try and push back into Banana, but Lurker over on the A site is completely isolated. Now dead to the hands of Nami. Two players remain, one player remains. And a pause going to get called. Tactical from Ramadanpeek, it could well be. Full clean sweep round, and obviously they haven't had a whole lot of success other than their initial round streak in this half. And it will be a technical pause being called instead, so that's a little something. Technical pause for what reason, I'm not sure. Sounds like they're about ready to go. Indeed they are. And NASR 20 rounds away from winning out Ramadan's map pick again. For those of you who are not aware, it's a best of 3. Inferno was picked by Ramadanpeek, Nuke picked by NASR. And that does concern me for the second map of this best of 3. For now, it is just nade damage and utility trades out to the mid-main area. 2 players, Nami and Breaker, play off each other on contact here towards A site on the cubby corner in long positions. Joker moves in, first man out for the T side. Into the bomb site he will go, past positions as Havoc is dealt with. Joker flashed out, but no one set the bomb site itself. Kit Kat's going to get traded. 5 on 3, the bomb can get planted, and Ramadanpeek have forced NASR completely out. Blind sprays on Nami and everything. AUG picked up the AWP, can't get its shots on shots. And NASR also suppressed on the backstab. They are ready for this, and indeed the spray will come through. Kazoo goes falling. Breaker and Nami have to save. Not a great round there from the CT side. A big hole left open in the defensive line, forced up Ramadanpeek. They push them back, get the kills, and now they get their 8th and a map point for NASR. Two players do stay alive, keep 2 rifles in play for this round. Fast place for Ramadanpeek. This could get the night so easily. King Cat flashbang over. Loads of damage done. 1 kill. So many kills lined up. USBs. He gets behind the T side line and 2 more players ready to finish the job. Breaker will get traded. But Kazoo's still waiting back at Cubby, and Joker will go falling. Massive amounts of aggression coming in for the CT side, and they make it work. Ready for the rush. Bomb dropped in CT control, and the crossfire is set from here. There's no way out for Arcus. 1 minute and 15. Nades in against Arku. Oh, this should just be damage done. Kills coming in for the CT side. Winter recovered off the dead bodies. Arku's just left to... no backstab coming through for the CT side, interestingly enough. I was going to say, like, you know, just left to their own devices and left to the devices of NASR to continue to put shots down range and try and take this player out through wall bangs. But he's not having any of it. He's not giving any of it either. Molotov's in, going to try and force the issue from the CT side, but a 1-on-3 situation. Counter Molotovs come back by the defensive forces of NASR. Smokes up 2 players locked, but can't get the spray on a single one. Map point for NASR here in the best of 3. The investment for Ramadanpeek comes through 2 AKs up. 3rd one coming through for Kanku and a CZ and a MAC-10. And for NASR, this next round could mean everything. Another B rush coming through. The AWP of Nami ready for face-up contact play. He lands up, loads of damage being done. Rotations coming in. Kazoo playing close. Could line up several frags, and he will be able to do so towards several of his own M4 spray. Now leaves it all into the last man. AK pickup on 10 HP though. And flashbangs in will finish off the job for Breaker. Nicely done. A 16-8. Pretty confident map from the likes of NASR. Ramadanpeek did have a couple of confident rounds there on the CT side and on the T side. In the end, it was a bit too much. NASR, the expected victors, will be the victors overall of the first map, but they've still got to go through Nuke, and again, that doesn't bode well for Ramadanpeek. Not a lot of experience on Nuke, and it is the map pick of their opponents. NASR looking on pole position to take another 2-0 here. We'll go to a break and find out whether they can do it. Don't go anywhere. This series continues into our second map.
Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. and 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.